the truth behind Kanu's sentence. Life in prison. That was the sentence. They told everyone to trust the system, but on November 20th, 2025, a judge sentenced Nnamdi Kanu to prison for the rest of his life, and that's supposed to be the end of the story. But what if it's all a lie? What if this entire verdict was bought and paid for before the trial even started? Today we are going to expose something so crazy it could tear a country apart. A judge was bribed to put a man in jail for life. This is insane. You are not going to believe what we found. This is the one video they do not want you to see, because the answer to who bribed this judge proves everything. The allegation, a judgment for sale? Okay, so here is the craziest allegation I have ever heard. We're not talking about a little bias. We are talking about a judge being bribed. The IPOB movement claims that the judge was paid a massive amount of money and promised a huge promotion just to give a life sentence. This is literally like something out of a movie. And it gets crazier. They claim this has happened before. Other judges who ruled against this guy got big promotions. It's like a secret rewards program for judges, and they're saying this is just the latest example of the same corrupt plan being used on Justice Omotosho. These are the most serious accusations you can make. The IPOB movement is even asking international courts to investigate this judge's behavior. Now, to be clear, nobody has shown a video of a briefcase full of money yet. But the question is insane. Was this even a real trial, or was it just a show where the ending was already written? Think about it. If you had all the evidence against someone, why would you need to bribe a judge? It makes no sense, unless you have nothing. This accusation, true or not, is the beginning of a conspiracy that is just unbelievable. The context, a trial on a shaky foundation. But to show you how insane this all is, we have to go back to the beginning, because this trial was doomed from the start. It all started when they declared the IPOB movement a terrorist group back in 2017. The IPOB movement says this was just a political move to shut them up, but the government connected them to violence. Then the guy was literally kidnapped in another country in June 2021 and illegally flown back to Nigeria. It wasn't an official process. His supporters say it was a straight-up abduction. Even the country's own Supreme Court said this was wrong, but they let the trial happen anyway. Can you believe that? And then there's this. The law they used to convict him doesn't even exist anymore. His lawyer says it was repealed and replaced back in 2022. So they put a man in jail for life using a law that's completely gone. How is that even possible? During the trial, Kanu yelled at the court, "Show me the law!"
Useless black man. You don't know what justice means? You have no idea what justice means. You don't know what justice means. Useless black African people. You don't even know what justice. Your constitution says you cannot try anybody unless the law is written. Show me the written law. Show me the written law. I want to know the written law. Talk to me now. Show me the written law. Are you okay? Don't go close. Don't try that rubbish. Don't try it. Don't try it. Don't try rubbish. Don't try rubbish. Useless people. You don't know law. You don't know law. Your own constitution you don't respect. Supreme Court judgment you don't respect. Then why we the court of law? Why we the court of law, I ask? Nonsense.
His lawyers say they couldn't. They're calling the whole thing the death of legality. The trial itself was a total mess. At one point, Kanu accused the judge of being biased and fired all of his lawyers. He was then thrown out of his own trial for being disruptive before the judge read the sentence.
You cannot show me.
I'll come back.
You cannot show me.
Can you please?
You cannot show me because you don't know the law. You can't show me.
All right.
Wait, hold on. Don't touch me. Don't you dare touch me. People who don't know law, show me where it says you can wear my right. Show me the place I'm asking you. Show me. Show me. Show me. Which law says you can try me an unwritten law? Show me. You cannot show me. And you're a judge. You claim you're a judge. You don't know law. You don't know law. Nonsense. Where is the final written address? Where is it? Which law gave you the right to waive my final written address? Which law gave you that right? Nonsense. You can try this with me. You try with me. You are mad. What is this one doing here? What are you 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 doing here? This is idiot attack me. This is the fool attack me. That's idiot attack me. That's the fool. Don't touch me. Don't push me. I'm sorry. Don't touch. Don't touch me. I'm warning you. Don't touch me. I'm warning you. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. I said don't touch me. Don't. Smart people. You don't know law. Show me where it says you can wear my right final address. Show me the law. Show me the law. I want to show me the law. You don't know law. You are nothing new. You are writing rubbish. Show me the law. Unaddressed affidavit. You say you go fit. Are you doing their job for them? God will punish you now and forever. Any judgment, let it be on record. Any judgment in this court is rubbish.
So let's recap. He was kidnapped, put on trial with a ghost law, and sentenced by a judge who was bribed. This might be the craziest trial in history, the vindication. The prophet was right. But what if I told you that one person predicted all of this? Years ago, Nnamdi Kanu went on the radio and said exactly what would happen. He literally said the system was corrupt. He warned everyone that the judges were just puppets. He prophesied that they would come for him with tricks and fraud, not with real laws and evidence. And it all came true. He said they'd call him a terrorist. Check. He said they'd ignore international law to catch him. Check. He said the courts would be used to crush him. Triple check. This life sentence isn't a surprise. It's the final level of his prediction. For the millions of people who follow him, this isn't a loss. It's the ultimate proof that he was right all along. The government just proved his entire point for him. They tried to defeat him, but they just made him a prophet. The verdict is his vindication. And get this, the entire case was about his words on the radio. They couldn't find weapons, so they used his broadcasts. The court said his words were a weapon. They literally put him in jail for life because his words were too powerful, and proved that in a corrupt system, telling the truth is the most dangerous crime of all. So, was the judge bribed? That's the billion-dollar question. The IPOB movement says yes, claiming it was all for money and a promotion. But maybe it's bigger than that. Maybe the entire system is for sale. This was more than a trial. It was a war. On one side, a state trying to keep control. On the other, a man whose followers say his only crime was telling the truth. The state used its power to get a life sentence. But in front of the world and in front of millions who believe in his cause, this sentence isn't an ending. It's proof. It's the final piece of evidence that everything Nnamdi Kanu warned you about was true. The system didn't defeat Nnamdi Kanu. It proved him right. They do not want you to know any of this. They want you to forget this video even exists, but we're not going to let them. So if you think this is insane, share this video with 5 friends right now.
They say Igbos love money. Now let me ask, who stole Igbo properties and call it abandoned properties? Who stole Igbo properties and call it abandoned properties? Who stole Igbo money in the bank after the war and gave it to their tribesmen? Who? Who sold their ancestral lands and properties in Lagos to Igbos? Who? Who wants Igbos to remain in Lagos and pay taxes without representation in the government that collect revenue from them? Who are the people blocking Southeast from having their own international airports and cargo seaports? Because they are scared it's going to reduce the income going to the other cargo seaports and international airports. Who wanted one Nigeria so they can hijack the oil wealth in the eastern region while they hide their own resources in their own region? Who has most of their tribesmen in the federal government and have all the whole juicy appointments to themselves? Who hijacked all the whole money-making departments in the federal government, both home and abroad? Who refused to share coca money and insisted on revenue control by the region, only for them to use the federal government to seize the crude oil in the eastern region and use it to build, a coal? Who are those stealing government money in billions? But Igbos love money. Igbos love money. Igbos love money. When I see about poor.
Abeg, wetin una think? Drop your opinion at the comment section, and the only one I fit take encourage support us. No forget to click the subscribe button for more updates. Share this video to everyone on every social media platform.